Ladies and gentlemen, we are here with another new series on the channel. Today we're going to be starting our Aberdeen career mode. I kind of referenced it a little bit in the past few episodes, but recently here in the last month, I think, Atlanta United and Aberdeen actually signed a partnership deal for the next, I don't know how many years, but basically Darren Eales and a guy that lives in Atlanta currently, originally from Aberdeen, I do believe, are now on the board of directors for Aberdeen, and they've signed a development partnership, basically between the two teams. What that really means in real life, maybe we end up sharing players across the teams, but realistically, it's more so we just share ideas, share development of the league, share what works for us, what works for Aberdeen, and try to better both clubs really in the long run. In this career mode, however, that's really just going to mean that we're going to try to sign some Atlanta United players on loan. We're going to try to develop some American players. We're going to try to develop some Scottish players. These are the players I currently have on my list. Not to say that I'm going to sign any of these people or that I'm not. But I do kind of want to go after Julian Gressel as a $12.6 million release clause, which is most likely a little too high for me because I did set up a youth academy program. George Bello, Chris Goslin, Jose Hernandez, Pogba, Pereira, Alec Khan, Barco, obviously just kind of in there. Just I want to track him and maybe sign him, and then have Mo Adams possibly come into the team as well. Currently with the squad, this is the team, possibly changing the formation, but this is also pretty similar to what we're running for Atlanta, so maybe I won't. In terms of keeper, we're in a pretty good spot. He's 31, but 6'6", 73 rated. Defensively, we're okay. The 46 rated center back kind of has me a little worried, but we do have some players on the bench that we could bring in. Again, not super pacey, not the best center backs in the world, so possibly somewhere we would look to grow the team as well as the left back position. In the midfield, 70, 68, 69 rated. 70 rated striker, Hedges on the right, McGinn on the left, who I think McGinn, if I am incorrect, I might be, but I think he just got his 300th appearance for the club. I've been trying to follow the team just a little bit before this career mode. I've played around with them a little bit, just trying to get used to the team as well. But yeah, this is the team that we're going to go with. So I'm going to move forward a little bit. I've put a couple players up for the transfer list. Again, not that I'm going to sell all of these players, but just see if I get some offers in because they're all about 30 or older, which, of course, as I just said, McGinn had 300 appearances for the club, but in FIFA, I do need younger guys in the team. And the one thing that I really don't want to happen is me bringing Atlanta United players, not play these guys. They get mad that way. But I guess really they're going to be just as mad as being transferred. So maybe it's not, it's really not that cost effective. But anyways, this is what we're going to be doing. Joe Lewis is excited to have me. I'm excited to be here. Glad you've decided to sell me. Okay, that's a bit aggressive. Can't guarantee you play time. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. So I am going to go ahead and put in some transfer offer request. Currently, we don't have that much money because I did set up 2 scouts, one in America and one in Scotland. So really, we're only going to be signing players on loan, but that should be fine. I'm going to go ahead and see what we can do with the players we've transferred or put on our short list so far, and then we'll catch up with you guys here in a second. So I was a little, I guess, short-sighted in noticing that a lot of the players for Atlanta United are currently on one-year contracts. I should also say that these are the most up-to-date lineups. So Brandon Vasquez is at FC Cincy, Nagby is at Columbus Crew, Miriam's still on the team, Brooks Lennon is on the team for Atlanta. FIFA's actually been really good about updating rosters as they do happen this time, at least for career modes. So we are going to do that, but so I do have to end up actually buying some of these players, and by some of them I mean literally anybody I want right now. They're all on like one-year contracts. So worst comes to worst, we might not be able to sign some people. We give it a year, and then next season we end up signing them, or if they get a contract faster than that, maybe even sooner. But what we will have to do is sign them, and the release clause for Jose Hernandez and for Bello were the same. It was about 810,000, which is a bit high, but I did end up paying it for Jose Hernandez. I'll show you guys who I've sold so far for Aberdeen as well. But I decided not to go for Bello just because I do want to keep it slightly realistic, and the odds of them actually selling Bello would be pretty slim, even if it was to Aberdeen. I'm cool with that. So that's what we ended up doing. We are going to go ahead and bring in not Pereira. Sorry, I'm looking at Pereira's name. Jose Hernandez at left back. Not an immediate starter, but somebody that could definitely help out our team. Again, I would like to bring in Mo Adams as well, but unfortunately, he's just been signed, so I can't sign him, and I can't loan him because he only signed a 1-year contract in this game, so I can't actually do that one. Dion Pereira, I believe, is the exact same way, or not. I wonder if he just signed a new contract, because I just tried this. I thought. But I guess not. So, Dion Pereira, if I can get him on a 1-year. Yeah, okay. Progress. Split wages, can we do 60-40? 80-20? How about we do 65-35? Cool. I don't mind that. It's still a little bit more than I would have liked, but that's all right. All right, and we're already bringing in Bello. The only other, I would like to bring in a center back, and of course I'd love to bring in Pogba, but I don't know. Actually, he won't even come anyway. Yeah, that one would have been tough regardless. And then of course there are still other ways that we can sign players. We still have, you know, players that can come in from different clubs, different countries, but we do want to focus as much as we can on trying to bring in Atlanta United players. That being said, I do want somebody on the right side of the field, and I want somebody fast because my 2 right midfielders aren't the fastest lot. And this guy kind of might be decent. I'm going to shortlist him. But let me jump forward a little bit in the window, and then I'll catch you guys here in a couple minutes to show you what we've done so far. All right, so I do want to get you guys back in, rather. I don't know what I was about to say, but I'm going to try to do this deal. Martin Boyle, I'm not too sure. Again, I just want to put this out there. If I end up doing something in this career mode that I just don't understand is like just abusive or just like plain out offensive in terms of like what transfers I do from like club to club within the Scottish Prem, I do apologize, but we are going to be transferring Curtis Main over to I believe it's Hibernian for Martin Boyle, just because they wanted a striker, and this guy's pacey. And he can also play striker. So, I swear that, did that number just go up? I'm going to accept it before it goes up again because I don't have time for all that. But this will fix our problem here at right mid. I'm also, after we finish this contract negotiation, I'm going to show you guys what it looks like for, whatchamacallit. So important-ish. Not really, but he's pacey, so he's definitely going to be playing. 4 years because he's 26. Let's carry on. Beautiful. Release clause, accept. Don't need any of that nonsense. And we're gonna accept the contract. I accept way too many contracts. That being said, we did end up getting some transfers in. These are 2 transfers that have gone well. And then I was actually hoping it was going to show me the transfers that have already gone through. But that's okay. Wait, why doesn't it show me that? Because we've had 3 players transferred out so far. But for whatever reason, it's not going to show us. Which is weird. Oh, transfer history maybe? Yeah, there we go. So Anderson went to Empoli on loan. Considine went to Swansea for 700,000, which kind of worried me because it is a center back, obviously, but does give us an option to go for maybe somebody a little bit younger, possibly. We'll see. Gleason went for 400. McGinn rather. Sorry. He went for 1.2 to Stuttgart, which I just could not turn down. I know, again, I just said that he's played 300 matches for the club, which is probably incredible for the club's history or something crazy. But, 1.2 million, I need money. So obviously we brought in Jose Hernandez, which those balanced each other out. And then Logan also left for 840,000, giving us a little bit of money to spend here. So we have 1.2 million transfer budget. Our loan offer for Dion Pereira did not go through, unfortunately. Dion Pereira did reject it, which is why I ended up going for this other guy. And then I do still want to sign possibly a center back. So again, I'll catch you guys up here in a couple minutes. We'll see if we can find a center back to sign for the club, and then other than that, we should be in a decent place to at least start the season, and then keep moving forward with who we have. And also, did I mention John Gallagher is on this team, or Gallagher, or however you pronounce his name? I don't really remember, but he's on the team. He's 60 rated, so he's another Atlanta United player that is available. But obviously, we do need some players to fill out the bench. So we'll go ahead and sign a couple more players, maybe somebody else from Atlanta United, and then keep moving. All right, so this might be the last transfer we end up doing in definitely this episode, but most likely for this transfer window. I've managed to come across a decent amount of money. As you guys see, we have 2.8 million to spend, and a decent budget as well. So I'm gonna see if we can just do 2 million. 68 rated center back, not okay. Alright, I guess I should offer less. I mean, he was worth 1.5, but his buyout clause is 2.9. But that was decent. We'll take it. He's a 68 rated center back, but he's younger than a lot of our center backs, and he'll obviously grow as well. So he gives us a pretty good opportunity to grow him and hopefully end up selling him on if he wants to, or just move on and hopefully get him to a pretty good rating that he stays with the club for a while. 4,000. Okay, cool. Again, I know I always overpay when it comes to contract negotiations, but I've had so many fail because I've offered something way too low that I just don't want to risk that again. So really the only other thing I think we could need is possibly another midfielder, but that gives us a 68 rated center back. Right back we are a little weak, but it's not the worst. So this is currently our squad. Let me go ahead and update the squad really quick, and then I'll show you guys what the okay, so this is the squad that we're going to be running with to start the season. Again, it's not a super deep bench, so injuries could end up affecting us later on. But we did bring in this Bravo guy. I don't know if I put this in the episode yet. He was a free agent, so I went ahead and grabbed him, 66 rated, but I mainly grabbed him just because that 82 pace and 66 rated solid bench player here in the early stages of us taking over this club. Cosgrove is going to start the season at striker, 71 rated, highest rated player, third highest rated player rather on the team. But he is pretty slow, 67 pace, but 70 shooting, so that's kind of why he's there. McLennan's going to start the season on the left side. We're going to have Ferguson at center attacking mid, Boyle at right mid, Bryson and Oyo, I don't know how to pronounce that. I guess I'll double check in the next episode. Bryson and Ojo are going to be making up the midfield, and then Leigh, McKenna, Kerr, and Viner are going to be making up the back line. We do want to try to get in another right back possibly. And then Lewis is going to be our keeper. We do still have James Wilson on the bench from Man United, I believe is where he's from. Hedges is on the bench. Gallagher is on the bench. Devlin, Hernandez, Bravo, and Cerny, however you want to pronounce that. And then Taylor Wright, Campbell, Ross, and Barron all make up our actual bench. So obviously this will be filled in with a lot of youth players that we're going to bring into the club and things like that. But That's going to be the team that we start the season with. Again, obviously we'll make changes throughout the season. Let me see if I can find a right back, and then we hopefully will play one game this episode, and then that'll wrap up this episode. I should also mention that I'm going to be trying to use the global transfer network as much as possible. Obviously, I could just go online and search for like the highest potential players and try to do it that way. But again, a lot of our players are going to come from Atlanta United. But on top of that, I did also want to try and just build from the global transfer network. So a lot of the players that I'm looking at are just from there. That being said, how old is this guy? 28, and this guy's a right wing back. Maybe I should send a midfielder their way. These guys are young, but he's double decent. We definitely want 3 midfielders, unless I can send them Bryson, 70 rated, kind of sketch. Okay, cool. I know I'm moving a lot of players out of the club, but they're all the older players. I'm kind of just trying to bring in the youth that we can bring in. Again, kind of using that same idea from the MLS and from Atlanta United, you know, MLS 2.0, bringing in the younger players. Not going to be bringing in the South American players just yet, because, you know, obviously playing in Europe gives you a chance to play with a lot of European players. So I did definitely want to go in and try and do that. Important role. Cool. Probably could have given him less. He's 20. Let's give him 5 years. Cool. No release clause. Beautiful. Depth. And an easy contract. He might not be the highest rated right back, but he gives us another option at right back, and that's the important thing. And he's got a decent amount of pace to him as well. So let me go ahead and throw him into the team, and then we'll go ahead and move forward and try and get us another match. And yes, I know I overpaid for him before anybody says it in the comment section, but again, I wanted somebody that had a little bit of pace to him for the right back position. Again, not the highest rated, but he is young, and then we can train him up defensively to make him a little bit better. So I'm going to go ahead and jump to the first game of the season. We're not going to be doing preseason friendlies or anything like that, and see what we can do here against Hearts. All right, so jumping into the game again, much like the Atlanta United career mode this season, I believe, right? Yeah, this season in Atlanta United, we are doing. Sorry, just making vocals are good, but we are doing ultimate difficulty 5-minute halves in this career mode, just like the player career mode and the Atlanta United career mode. Again, first game here against Hearts. Team moved around just a little bit, obviously, because we did just move out of that midfielder that we did have. And then Gallagher also picked up an injury, which is also going to kind of shorthand us just a little bit. He is 60 rated, though, so he wasn't starting. I went ahead and put Hedges in the midfield, who is usually a right mid. Who knows, by the end of the transfer window, we might end up bringing in another midfielder. I don't really know what that for sure looks like. Ooh, decent shot, though. They just call offsides on me? Oh, that was an accident. I didn't mean to hit L1. Oh my god. It's been obviously a couple weeks since I've played, or about a week, I guess, not a couple weeks. And then obviously playing with the new team. Like I said, I've played with Aberdeen a couple times, just in like kickoffs and stuff like that. I've played against Celtic, obviously, you know, trying to measure myself up to inevitably the top of the league, just kind of to see where they were at with the team prior to me taking it over. In terms of FIFA, obviously, again, I know I did transfer out a lot of players. And I'm sure if anybody from Scotland is watching this and you are an Aberdeen fan, I probably offended you guys by selling off some of the players that I did. But I did try to keep it to really only selling off the older guys. Not to say that they weren't good enough, but they were a bit slow in FIFA, and FIFA and real life are very different. So I think the moves that I did make were good, and then obviously we'll see. Get that header. Let's go! First goal of the Scottish Prem, 1-0 up. Hedges grabs the goal. Again, playing center attacking mid as a right midfielder, sorry. Or is he a left midfielder? He actually might be a left midfielder. But I think the changes that we've made are good so far. Obviously, we'll need another midfielder at some point, which will come down to if I end up having money. But also, we have the Youth Academy coming up, so I'm not too stressed. I think we have a very good, solid build for our team where we can bring in some youth players that will help us out a lot. But, like, we're killing it right now. Ultimate difficulty, 2-0 up against Hearts. Might not be the hardest game of the season, for sure. But, you know, getting off to a good start with this team, especially with the changes that we have made so far, it's super, super important. So, again, regardless of the result against whoever it is, we're just happy to be getting the team kind of sorted out the way that we need to. That way we can start working on our youth academy and some of our other players. Let's go Boyle. Did Boyle grab that last goal? Ooh, I thought he could get there over the keeper. Of course, Boyle has 91 pace, which was super important to me. I did want to get a pacey player in because I know the Scottish Prem's not the fastest league in the world. And kind of like how, I guess, Atlanta United, I'm going to try to make as many references to Atlanta United as possible, just so you guys know. But I kind of figured the change of pace in the league would really, really help us out. I think it's one of the benefits that Celtic has in this league, is having faster players. Obviously, they have a great talent as well because they are trying to compete in the Champions League, which does get them a little bit of attention, even if it is just playing in the Scottish Prem week to week. But the Champions League is obviously a draw that we want to try to bring into this club as well. But I think if we can bring in some pacey players, if we can do well in the league, and then hopefully do well come, you know, Europa League, Champions League, whatever, start bringing in money, I think we can start bringing in some talent. Obviously, we won't have a world-class team here, I don't think, unless we really start cracking out some really, really good youth players that'll bring us in a lot of money. I don't really think... Oh, please tell me he was onside. Oh, I thought the play was perfect. Oh no. Oh, that was a decent ball. Oh, he missed. Beautiful. Let's go, baby. We definitely need to bring in some midfielders, but I think I'm going to use a lot of my youth academy for that. Because I don't want to stunt the growth of my my youth players that I am going to be bringing in. So, oh, bravo. Oh, the pass was too strong. Oh my god, that play was so good. That was actually nasty. Boyle with the goal, 3-0. Let's go, baby. We're killing it. That inside the box, bro. That cutback right there was beautiful. Alright, Viner. Play a little bit defense. Tried to do something with Boyle there at the end. But that is going to be the end of the game. A 3-0 victory. Absolutely massive. In the next episode, we're going to maybe sign a couple more midfielders. Definitely work on our youth academy. And then move on with the next game. Again, this game was only going to be this episode is only going to be the one game, rather, because obviously we did a lot in the transfer window. Next episode, we're going to do a lot less in the transfer window because I think we're actually in a really good spot. And then we will get started with 2 games an episode, just like usual. Let me finish out this press conference, and that will be the end of this episode. How happy are you with the win? The lads have given me 100%. True. Why didn't Howe get a chance to make his debut? This wasn't the appropriate match. Oh my god, I just made him so unhappy. Boyle, he can offer us more. It's clear why I brought him in. I didn't think I was going to make him that unhappy by saying that. Like, what? Come on, man. But that is going to be the end of this one. I'm going to throw... Actually, no, I'm going to do this in a second because I am going to readjust the training. So that is where we are going to end this episode. If you guys did enjoy, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And until the next one, I'll see you guys later. Peace.